Hello Man United fans. Marcus Rashford has never been happier after leaving Manchester United for Aston Villa. Marcus Rashford helped Aston Villa to a comeback win that was not enough to get them past Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford has never been happier during his loan spell at Aston Villa. A source close to Rashford said the 27-year-old has benefited from a change of scenery at Villa Park, having left boyhood club United in February. Rashford was instrumental in Villa's 3-2 Champions League quarter-final second-leg comeback win against Paris Saint-Germain on Tuesday night, yet they were eliminated 5-4 on aggregate. Sources say Rashford has appreciated Villa coach Unai Emery's man management during their 2.5 months together. Emery started Rashford ahead of striker Ollie Watkins against PSG, and Rashford has now lined up in 8 of the past 10 Villa matches. Rashford has only scored 3 goals in 15 games for Villa, who have the option to sign the England international for £40 million in the summer. No definitive decision has been made, and members of Rashford's inner circle believe bigger clubs could be interested. PSG were long-time admirers of Rashford before he signed a 5-year, £325,000 a week contract with United in July 2023. Barcelona fleetingly considered moving for Rashford in the winter transfer window. The Football Association's agency transactions between February 2024 to 25 listed a contract amendment under Rashford's name that was related to his loan. Villa are paying 75% of Rashford's salary, with a potential rise to 90% depending on performance-based bonuses. Villa face Crystal Palace in the FA Cup semi-final on April 26. United and Rashford have stayed silent over the specific cause for the breakdown in his relationship with head coach Ruben Amorim and subsequent departure. Rashford was omitted from 11 of the 12 squads he was available for and had not played since December 12 prior to his February transfer. Rashford scored 15 goals in 18 months for United after he committed to a new contract, having enjoyed a career-best campaign of 30 goals in 2022-23. Rashford was disciplined twice by former manager Erik ten Hag for attending a birthday party hours after a 3-0 defeat to Manchester City in October 2023 and clubbing in Belfast days before United's season restarted in January 2024. Friction also developed between Rashford and the United matchgoers. Fresh Scott Mctominay claim in Italy makes size of Man United transfer error clear. Manchester United sold Scott Mctominay to Napoli for an initial £21 million last summer, and he's been one of Antonio Conte's best players as they fight to win Serie A. Former Manchester United midfielder Scott Mctominay has been dubbed Serie A's signing of the season by Italian media. Mctominay, 28, chose to leave United after more than 2 decades last summer, and he hasn't taken long to find his feet at Napoli. The Italian giants agreed to pay an initial £21 million plus a potential £4.2 million in add-ons to secure his signature. On Monday, Mctominay scored his 7th and 8th league goals of the season as Napoli thrashed Empoli 3-0 to stay firmly in the title race. Antonio Conte's men are only 3 points behind defending champions Inter Milan in first place with 8 games remaining. His marauding midfielder has been key to Napoli's form in the league, with Mctominay earning plaudits for his dynamic performances at the heart of Conte's team. Popular newspaper Corriere dello Sport were full of praise after his display against Empoli and named him as the best signing in Serie A this season. Another outlet, La Gazzetta dello Sport, labeled the Scotland international as the Lord of the Midfield, while Tuttosport described his performance as near perfect. Mctominay could have had a hat-trick if not for the woodwork. Although then United manager Erik ten Hag didn't want the 28-year-old to leave, the Red Devils' precarious financial situation forced them into him and bank what's considered pure profit in the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. Unfortunately, it's the rules, ten Hag bemoaned following Mctominay's departure. You have to discuss the rules to do sales, and obviously homegrown players, academy players, bring more value. It's not the right thing to do, but for everyone, for all parts, it's a good deal. For Scott, he is happy with it. Of course, for Napoli, a very good player, but also for us. Ten Hag, who was sacked in October, added, "I'm very happy for him and for us, but it's mixed feelings. because I would have preferred not to lose him. He has Manchester United in his veins. He was so important for our team, he was at Manchester United for over 22 years. Mctominay is loving life in Italy and relishing a title fight with Inter. We must have fun and think about ourselves, he told DAZN. We're a strong team and must continue with this playing style and attitude. We must think about ourselves and then we'll see what Inter will do. Unai Emery blasted for Marcus Rashford decision before latest update on Man United transfer. Marcus Rashford was praised for his performance during Aston Villa's Champions League quarter-final second leg against Paris Saint-Germain on Tuesday, only to be substituted by Unai Emery. Unai Emery has been criticized for subbing Marcus Rashford as Aston Villa chased a goal in their heartbreaking Champions League quarter-final defeat to Paris Saint-Germain. Rashford, 27, recovered from a poor start to the game to produce a sparkling second-half performance. His assist for Ezri Konsa's goal, which gave Villa the lead on the night and cut the deficit to 5-4 on aggregate, particularly caught the eye, as he glided past Fabian Ruiz and cut the ball back inside the penalty area. Rashford had got the nod over Villa striker Ollie Watkins for the third successive game, a call which raised eyebrows. But it was Emery's decision to substitute the Manchester United loanee in 76th minute which sparked further debate. Rashford's number came up with Villa leading the second leg 3-2 but still needing one more goal to force extra time. Former Liverpool and Villa defender Stephen Warnock was surprised, saying on BBC Radio 5 Live, "I don't know what Unai Emery saw, with the way Marcus Rashford was playing, he got it wrong. Rashford was brilliant. Rashford was involved in everything and everything which was good was coming from him. It felt like the tempo dropped when he made that substitution. You need a goal, why are you taking a striker off? If you want to pin PSG back, you play Rashford and Watkins in between the fullback and centre halves and you stretch those balls over the top." Moments before Emery made the change, ex-United and Villa striker Dion Dublin added, "Marcus Rashford is on fire tonight. You don't want to take him off." Dublin also said, "Marcus Rashford didn't score, but the energy levels that he had, he was making those defenders make mistakes. For me, he was man of the match for Villa." After his side failed to find an equalizer, Emery was tight-lipped on Rashford's future at Villa, who have a £40 million option to sign him permanently from United when the summer transfer window opens. "It's difficult to plan it now," the Spaniard admitted when speaking to Prime Video Sport. "Of course, he is feeling better and today he played a fantastic match and we are very happy and most importantly he is happy. So we are happy with him and he's happy with us. This is important with the process we have." Man United reduce Alejandro Garnacho asking price as three clubs battle for 20-year-old signature. Manchester United are reportedly prepared to sell Alejandro Garnacho for as little as €40 million, £34 million, during this summer's transfer window. The 20-year-old scored his 10th goal of the 2024-25 campaign in Man United's 4-1 defeat to Newcastle United in the Premier League on Sunday afternoon, while he has also contributed 8 assists in his 49 appearances this term. There is uncertainty when it comes to the Argentina international's future at Old Trafford, though, as there are huge question marks when it comes to his suitability for a Ruben Amorim team. Napoli are believed to have made an offer for Garnacho during the January transfer window, with the Italian outfit said to be determined to secure his signature in the middle of the season. Chelsea are also thought to have given serious consideration to making a move for the forward in January, but Garnacho ultimately remained at Old Trafford past the winter deadline. There remains huge speculation surrounding the attacker's future, with Man United said to be willing to sell him this summer, as any departure would count as pure profit under the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. Man United reduce Garnacho asking price to £34 million. According to Fishages, Man United are willing to sell the forward for £34 million during the summer market, with Amorim finally accepting that he cannot fit the Argentina international into his 3-4-3 system. Garnacho's best work comes as a left-sided forward, but that position no longer exists in the Man United 11, with the youngster instead being asked to operate as a number 10, and he has found it tough to make his mark. The report claims that Napoli and Chelsea remain interested in Garnacho, but Atletico Madrid are also believed to be keen to re-sign the attacker, who represented the White and Reds during his youth career. The youngster arrived at Man United from Atletico in October 2020, and he has represented the Red Devils on 135 occasions in all competitions, scoring 25 goals and registering 20 assists in the process. Garnacho has once again been one of Man United's most productive attacking players this season, and there is no question that he is one of their most dangerous operators in the final third of the field. However, Amorim will not move away from his 3-4-3 system, and it is incredibly difficult to imagine Garnacho being an elite number 10, as his skill set is best used as one of the wide players in a 4-3-3 formation. A sale this summer therefore does make sense to allow Amorim to bring in his own signings, but £34 million is simply not enough for a player of his ilk, and Man United should instead push that asking price up to around £55 million.